Good morning. This is Bikini Bro here, or Bra, and my Discord's in the right-hand corner. I have a co-host, HurryPollo, who will be joining us today. She is currently in the middle of logging into Twitch, so they'll be here shortly. So I am going to be doing a playthrough here of Final Fantasy 15. I'm a first-time streamer. I've never really done this before, though I've watched a whole bunch of people stream. I've made some videos on YouTube recording my... Howdy everyone, this is Bikini Bro here, or Bra. I'm a first-time Twitch streamer. I've had a Twitch account for a few years now, but streaming has been not really, and it's something I've been interested in until recently. I've made some YouTube videos, mostly Minecraft, under the same username on YouTube, but my main interest is really writing fanfiction. I've been writing fanfiction for about 15 years, and Final Fantasy 15 is currently a hyperfixation I've been on for almost about a year and a half now. I was introduced to it in November of 2021, so maybe more about 3 years now. Lord time. HurryPollo actually introduced me to Final Fantasy 15. She got interested in it when the game first released and was telling me that I should play it, that I should watch it for years, but I was like, nah, I don't have the time for it. Until she introduced it to me. Oh, HurryPollo now exists. Yay! She managed to log on to Twitch. HurryPollo is on Discord with me. Hurry, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? HurryPollo. I'm no longer on the Discord. What? What? Am I back on the Discord? Yay! That's immortalized forever on the internet.
Sorry, we are experiencing technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties should really be the title of the Twitch stream. Let's be honest.
That's the title of every Twitch stream.
I agree. So HurryPollo, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat and the video I will be making eventually of this later?
So, I am Hurry and HurryPollo, and we are doing a lore through of Final Fantasy 15.
Yes, a lore walkthrough. Neither of us are experts, but there's so many external sources of Final Fantasy 15 that every time we play this game, we just end up talking about information the game does not give you, but exists within its universe.
Yeah.
I often consider Final Fantasy 15 a Dark Souls of Final Fantasy games. Not because it's hard, but because most of the time you're not going to pick up on the lore unless you are actively searching. If that
and not in the game.
Yeah. There's just so much, and as someone who loves world building and writing fan fiction for video games and fandoms and stuff like that, I thought it would be interesting to sort of compile this in a watchable format for people who are just interested in learning these sorts of things or learning tidbits of information. And then we're also just gonna have fun in the meantime and watch me die to a million boar teeth and the camera glitch into bushes, because this game is beautiful. No flaws whatsoever. So, before we get started playing the actual game, Hurry, we wanted to talk about the opening cutscene, right? Because we don't want to talk during the cutscene, but if you watch the movie Kingsglaive, before Final Fantasy 15 released, they released a movie called Kingsglaive, which is sort of a prequel to the game. Howdy, Lishy! Lishu Bad Girl 00 double zeros. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. We wanted to talk about the opening cutscene before we started said cutscene, because there's some information in there that's very interesting. Namely, one of the characters we see in the background is Drados. And Drados is the main villain of the Kingsglaive movie. He is a traitor to the crown. He's actually the general of the Niflheim army, working as a double agent. And he is in the video of the opening scene whenever Regis is talking with Noctis. And I just find that so fascinating that they decided to put him in there whenever he doesn't feature in the game. I dropped from the Discord again. Oh! Hello, Tester.
Like, if you ever hear long stretches of silence from me, it's because you've dropped from Discord.
How long have I been dropped from Discord?
Probably for a good minute. I didn't realize it at first, and it took me a hot second, and it was like, hey, why is it quieter? And it's like, oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to, so in our Discord, actually, I'm gonna open up the general chat and just message me in that general chat if I drop, and I'm gonna just put the Discord chat like in the corner of my screen.
Yeah.
Do there, and then OBS can be here, and Twitch can be in the background. Okay, so I was just talking for a bit to myself, I guess, but that's most what Twitch streaming is, I guess. So, long story short, opening cutscene, Drados, the villain of Kingsglaive, is in the background. Thank you, Cursing Vermin. I appreciate the creepers. And I find that very interesting. And also, another interesting point I want to make before we open the cutscene is that Regis already knows pretty much the ending of the game. So he, in his Wikipedia and the books, it is revealed that Regis and Queen Sylvia, the Oracle before Luna's mother, they both had visions whenever Noctis was 5, like right before he got attacked by demons. Before he got attacked by demons, which we see in the animated short.
Yeah.
They got visions of Noctis defeating the Arden, and the fact that Noctis would have to sacrifice himself. This is why spoilers are listed on the title, in order to defeat Arden. So Regis knows in this cutscene that he is going to have to die and that his son, who he loves very much, is going to have to sacrifice himself for the good of the world. And that's part
this
of
entire thing is a desperate Hail Mary by Regis and Sylvia.
exactly. They've tried everything they can to stop it from happening, right? But the will of the gods is sort of undefeatable by them, doomed by the narrative. Cursing Vermin put it beautifully there. And a lot of the fact that Regis had this vision affects how Noctis was raised and how he became a person. Regis, after learning his son was going to have to die for the narrative, and then his son gets attacked by a demon and is so severely hurt he has to live in a wheelchair and get basically healed with magic, and has to learn how to walk again. That's huge, right? That's majorly huge. And so Regis never put pressure on Noctis to be a proper prince or a proper king. He wanted his
because he was raised to be sacrificed.
Yeah, he wanted his son to live as a person, not as someone who was going to be part of the political machine, because he knew there was no point in it, because it would end with Noctis.
And he gets to be king for 0.5 seconds and then he's dead.
Exactly. So we're going to keep those things in mind, and we're going to go ahead and start a new file. If I can get my mouse over here. Okay, so we're going to start a new game. I have played this game before. Whenever it first came out. Yes, Cursing Vermin. Part of the reason why none of this information is in the game, by the way, is because I can never not pronounce his name correctly, but the original director of Final Fantasy 15 directed the Kingdom Hearts games. He's the creator of the Kingdom Hearts games. And he is very good at coming up with things regarding the rule of cool. Like Keyblades, World of Darkness. That's really cool. But putting everything together into a cohesive piece is not his forte. And that is why there's so much scattered data, and why the game suffered production hell. Because it was in production hell for a few years before Squeenix had
trying to explain Kingdom Hearts plot is a genre in and of itself.
Exactly. And Squeenix actually had him removed from the production of this game. They had to forcefully remove him from it, and then bring in a second director who...
I thought they removed him because they wanted him to work on Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, that was the excuse again. They had to remove him from this one because it was in production hell for a few years. I don't know how many years. Just a few years. And then they had to bring in another producer to pick up everything and then finish the game. Because the director at that point, he was nitpicking about details and making sure everything was perfect. But he had not developed any storyline officially past Altissia. So that is why the point of the game between Altissia and the ending of the game is so rushed. And literally on rails.
Yeah, it's extremely linear.
So getting started here, I am going to do the tutorial, not because I need it. I will need it. I'm not the best at this game. But there's some interesting things to see in this room.
Oh yeah, the paintings.
Yeah, a good part of this playthrough is just going to be stopping and staring and talking about things. So this is the main character, Noctis. If you're watching this for the first time, I recommend actually watching another playthrough because we're spoiler heavy. This is Carbuncle, who is adorable. He is a summon if you are on easy mode. He pops in and he saves you. If you are dying.
Or dead.
No.
No dying.
Yep.
You don't actually die, or else it becomes straight up game over.
So, but he is also the tutorial, and he plays with you in some of the DLCs. He'll walk you through things. We're gonna do combat tutorials.
Oh, there's a lore guide. That's nice.
Yeah.
This game absolutely needs it.
I did the lore guide whenever I was doing my playthrough before I started this, but looks like we're getting. It's gonna walk me into these. It's basically teaching me how to. I can't even.
That flag right behind Gladio. That's the shape of the city.
Yes. So this here is the Lucian flag. It is also the shape of Insomnia, the Lucian capital. Right? So this is a training room in the Citadel, which is beautiful. Very simple, like a game perspective. It's just a room with So we have some spheres up here. But, oh my god, their doors are just blue.
Oh no.
Okay, so we have some pictures. Gladio.
Oh yeah, you have to do the tutorial.
Yeah, I have to do the tutorial. So, this first picture here is of Reyes. Get in and screen.
Gladio, time and place!
Gladio, can you stand over here and look very pretty for me, please?
Thank you, Gladio.
Thank you. Thank you, Gladio.
Okay.
Ow. So this first picture here, which is a little hard to see because of the angle, is actually King Regis and the Council. Which you see in the Kingsblade. And the person standing to the right of him here, let's see if I can get a good picture of him. King Regis there. That's Gladio's father. Claire.
Who looks nothing like Gladio.
Nothing like Gladio. They look nothing alike. At all. And then the second picture here looks like it's just Gladio, if you can get over here. Thank you so much. It looks like it's just pictures of the ocean. But if you look at the shape there, in sort of the right where the light is hitting it, I'm pretty sure this is a picture of Engelgard. And Engelgard is important religiously to most of the people in this game. It's considered the place where the gods basically came down to the earth.
And he only visited twice. Once as Noctis, and once as,
I think you
Pardon.
do so also in the Arden deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the second time, is when you get to visit it,
Yep.
is as Arden.
Right, now it's telling me how to attack. And it's telling me to hit his booty. This is a map.
How nice is the game to give you such a large target?
This fourth picture here is a map, which I don't actually know quite what it is supposed to be a map of, because you don't see Insomnia anywhere on it. There's an island down there, and then a landmass up there, It might be the main map of the game, but then the whole continent is moved up. Because that very well could be the volcano on the left-hand side, and then the crater sort of in the middle section there.
Yeah, it looks like they just straight up cut out the Insomnian capital off the map.
Yeah, what really makes it hard to tell is these clouds. But I think that's just a map of the game. Because
Did they just like send a satellite up and just
the sandy blotch over here could be Lede, which wait mode needs to stop waiting for just a moment. Which could be yeah, I think that's a map of the continent. Yeah, because if you look on the right hand here, that's the desert. And then the left-hand side, that's the mountain, and you can kind of see the ravine that cuts through the map near the column, where you have Gladius DLC.
Yeah, yeah, you can basically see that giant crater where the column is nearby.
This one is this last picture here. If the game will let me, with this, yeah. This last picture here is actually lore relevant. So this last picture here... Is the music too loud?
Nope. Okay. I don't know, actually. I have volume.
Yeah. So this last picture here is lore relevant. So something they don't tell you in-game immediately is that the Lucis Pylons, which is Noctis' family, were chosen by the gods to keep the crystal safe. We're never really given much more about what the crystal is, just that it is important and a source of magic. So Bahamut selected a king, right? And then that king was chosen to protect the crystal and basically sort of lead humanity. And the crystal fights back the demons, which are depicted down here sort of on the bottom. And then humanity here in the center. And you have all the gods here. Over here on the left, you have Shiva and Ifrit. And then on the right here, you have the Leviathan in a human form and Ramu. And then, where is...
Wait, I thought the dude who looks like Satan was Bahamut.
No. Bahamut's depicted there, up in the center.
No, that was the Oracle. I thought that was Luna.
It's debated.
Okay.
And also, I don't see the Colossus here. Now that I think about it. But, this picture is shown several times throughout the game and also war files. Basically, the gods in this game gave the Oracle magic and humans magic. And they didn't give anyone else magic. Magic is not something that this world, that humans have. You can't just learn how to do it. If we move back here, this is a better picture of the council picture than earlier. So you have King Ragus in the middle, Lord Clarus to his right, and then all the rest of these people in here are the Council of Lucis, which we see in the movie King's.
Could you go back to the painting, to the prophecy painting? Because I brought up apparently Titan is hiding behind Shiva.
Oh, there he is, yeah. That's sort of, he's sort of like looking sideways at him, yeah. So the gods declare through the Oracle that whenever demons take over the world, a king of light will appear and destroy the darkness. And that is Noctis at 5 years old was declared to become the king of light. Yep. And then,
and no one was happy about it.
I'm still not quite sure what this is about. Because I thought it was Engelgard earlier, but now that I actually have a chance to look at it, it might be a picture of the meteor. Because that looks like a crater there. And then this white stuff could be clouds. So
yeah,
I'm
sure. Tried to find pictures on it online, and unfortunately, I'm having a problem.
I haven't seen that picture reproduced anywhere. Okay.
What is it supposed to be?
Yep. And then we have the flags of Lucis, of course. And then Gladio, our friend. He didn't even notice. Oh, I have to scan him.
Poor guy. He's been patiently waiting for us to look at the pictures.
I'm supposed to be... I love Carbuncle's maracas.
Oh gosh, they're adorable.
Okay. Harry.
And this is how it's like Dark Souls. It has parry.
No.
No, it's nothing like Dark Souls.
There's a lot of different ways you can do combat. Well, what's... So we also see this lotus symbol on the ground here a lot, relating to things of Lucis. There's a symbol of Lucis where it has like a lotus flower, sort of similar to this, with a skull coming out of it. Like that symbol is the back of a skull. Okay. Now I have to fight Gladio.
And lotuses have a lot of symbolism.
Yeah.
Specifically enlightenment, if I recall correctly.
This is a perfect demonstration of this game camera deciding to do whatever it wants.
It ends now.
I feel like display. No. Camera. I'm gonna make this like way less simple. And that should stabilize. Yeah. There's a lot less to it. I say as it cuts up. Alright, we've got the hang of the basics. It's asking me if I want to practice warping. I'm gonna say begin a new game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and there are... So you can access these tutorials anytime.
Oh, I found it!
Oh?
The painting is titled Star Scourge.
Oh! So it must be a picture of the meteor then. In some capacity.
Yeah, looking at the painting does not elucidate what I'm looking at.
In a time unknown, a prophecy keeps hope alive in people's hearts. When darkness fills the world, the King of Light shall come. Now 4 brave warriors begin their journey, prepared to fight. What awaits the 4, however, they do not know. That's the sort of prophecy this entire game is set around. The tale of the chosen king, savior to the star. Before we have car troubles cursing vermin, we're gonna have we're gonna be firefighters for just a little bit. This is so cool. So this is exactly why spoilers are not listed in the game. This is a fight we will have later on in the game towards the ending. This is Ifrit, one of the 6 gods of the world, who has been corrupted by the villain Arden. And where we are currently is the front step of the citadel. And look at his throne. It's so awesome. I love it.
Wait, what? That's a skull.
Yes, that is a skull. And then it looks like he's got plants with like mouths. Like something you might see out of like
a Venus flytraps or
they're
in there.
And then his throne. Too close.
Oh no.
Knocked!
Oh boy.
Hang in there, buddy! Stay down. We'll keep him busy. Knocked! Over here! Quickly! Before he strikes again! Here it comes!
He doesn't like
Very convenient of Ifrit to leave this cover.
Let's go!
Chris Ingram says necrobotany. Maybe. So Ifrit is the this is the city of Lucis. This is the capital city.
The decreed hour is come.
Very shiny.
Set forth with my blessing, Prince Noctis.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Take your leave and go in the grace of the gods.
Right.
Oh, I do need to turn on subtitles.
Princes will be princes.
So much for royal protocol.
I should do that.
Not like you had to deliver a formal address. Your Highness!
What now?
I fear I have left too much unsaid. You place a great burden on those who would bear with you.
You're one to talk.
I ask not that you guide my wayward son, merely that you remain at his side.
Indeed, Your Grace.
We'll see the prince to Alticia if it's the last thing we see.
Yeah, what he said.
Hate to break this up, but Kor's got the motor running. Drados, he's in your hands.
And another thing. Do mind your manners around your charming bride-to-be.
Your Majesty as well. Try to mind yours around our esteemed guests from Niflheim.
You have no cause for concern.
Nor do you.
Take heed. Once you set forth, you cannot turn back.
You think I would?
I need only know that you are ready to leave home behind.
Don't know about you, but I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Take care on the long road. Wheresoever you should go, the line of Lucis goes with you. Walk tall, my son.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Two things I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
One, Gladio is allowed to walk into the throne room without a shirt on.
Yes.
And if you look at Drados's clothes, they look kind of like a mix between Arden's and Regis's clothes.
That's the outfit he wears in the movie.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting that he wears such a strange mix of clothing.
Fair enough. I also forgot Cora's in the background there. He's getting the car ready. So, interesting. And now we begin the road trip. I'll make sure to turn on subtitles as soon as I can. But there's not a whole lot of cutscenes in this game.
I always saw Cora as a motorcycle guy. Also, I'm jelly of the cookies.
I think we can forget about hitching our way there. Thought people were friendly outside the city.
You can only go so far on the kindness of strangers.
You're just gonna have to push her all the way.
I've already pushed myself to the brink of death.
Get up. Come on, car isn't gonna move itself.
Sheesh. I thought the car was supposed to move us.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Can it? Ready, steady. Push!
Unbelievable.
Not exactly a fairy tale beginning, huh, Prince Noctis?
Has a
We let
lot
ourselves
of
get
heat
carried away.
resistance if he can just lay on
things
black
happen.
tarp.
Let's just hope this isn't
They're
some
all
omen.
probably
Gladio,
suffering
do me a
from
favor.
heat
What?
exhaustion at
Push
point.
this thing by yourself.
All by myself?
You won't even notice if we just
There.
let go.
Pronto? Don't even think about it.
Save some breath for pushing. Ignis, come on, time to switch.
Nah, we just switched back there.
And it's my turn, Noct.
His turn.
Oh, my hands are killing me.
You rather I kill you with mine?
Easy there, tough guy.
Any luck? Only a busy signal.
Hold the phone. Is it just me? Or was it supposed to be way closer?
I assure you, the map is correct.
The map said Hammerhead was right there.
Literally next door.
Looks that way. On a map of the world.
The song always makes me cry.
It's a good song.
The Florence, it's done by Florence and the Machine, and she specifically was paid to write this song for this
The
game.
world's a big old place.
Filled with wonders.
Tell that to my legs.
You guys even pushing?
They're really
Hard
good.
as I can.
Really good at that.
Everything I've got.
Oh gosh, Hammerhead looks so far away.
It does. This game does a really good job. And then on balancing things looking far away, but it not being too far to just walk over to it.
Hey there, y'all kept a girl waiting.
Wouldn't want to defeat the purpose of exploration.
Now, which one's the prince? Aha! Hello, your highness. Congrats on your wedding.
Not hitched just yet.
Lady Lunafreya's groom-to-be, here in Hammerhead.
Apologies for taking so long.
You best save your apologies for Pawpaw.
Well, that makes you.
Cindy. Sid's grease monkey granddaughter.
Roll her in while I'm still young. Didn't your daddy tell you? She's a custom classic, not some beat-up old clunker. Prince Noctis.
Yeah.
Prince. Like they took your old man and kicked the dignity out of him.
What?
You got a long way to go, son. And that slackjaw's getting you nowhere fast. She's gonna take a while. Y'all get her in and run along.
Y'all heard him. Let's get moving. Right this way.
Now we play the waiting game.
Never liked that game.
Never any good at it either.
All right, and this is it. I'm gonna just go ahead and push on with a few of the quests here because they go one
Y'all
after
ain't
another.
never been out this way before, have you? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
Oh.
Well, might as well make good use of the extra time.
Like, just imagine having to guess which of the four is a prince.
Whoa! They got Ebony out
Just
here.
by
Ignis is
blind,
gonna
just
flip.
blind
Wait,
guessing, like you don't know
what's
which
a
one's
kill?
which. My guess would
So
be
there's-
Ignis.
Probably.
Because he's actually wearing formal wear.
Probably. So if you look over here, Gladio is talking to that NPC over there. That NPC is, I believe, Sonya? It's either Sonya or Sasha. I'm horrible with names. But we're going to be getting quests from her later. And whenever we meet her again, Ignis will say, "That's right, I saw you talking with someone." And you sit there and go, "When?" Right now is whenever he talks to her.
I did not realize she was there at the beginning of the game.
She's only here. There's another location where she appears outside of her quests, and I will let you know. We'll see her. She appears at the mines. Okay. So this is Hammerhead. Hammerhead is the first sort of town location pit stop in the city, in the game, really. It's also a major location lore-wise. So Sid founded Hammerhead. Sid was the royal mechanic at the Citadel whenever Regis was Noctis's age, and then around 20 or so years old. Whenever Regis went on his world-changing adventure, Sid went with Regis. Sid is around 70 years old in this game, and Regis is 50 years old. So when Regis was 20, Sid would have been 40. And they went on...
Sid was the dad friend.
Sid was the dad friend. Sid is essentially Regis's Prompto. They are best friends, through and through. Now, after they had their world-changing adventure and Regis became became king. Well, after Regis became king, some things happened, and very specifically, Insomnia kind of became shut off.
Very xenophobic.
Very xenophobic, and shut itself off from the rest of the world. And Sid did not appreciate that. And so he moved out here to Hammerhead. And whenever Regis and Sid first set out on their adventure, this was nothing. There was nothing here. It was a rundown shack in the middle of nowhere. And it is actually a garage Sid set up for himself. And whenever they found this shack, the Regalia, the car that Noctis and his group travel around, was found abandoned in this area. And Sid fixed it up and made it the car it is today. So so your car literally starts here in more ways than one. And Sid fixed that thing up from nothing to the amazing car it is today. And as we'll get into later, into things later, Sid had a son And Cindy, who is standing off against me right now, we're having a battle at high noon. The it feels like Cindy
Do you think Cindy
is
a good shot? I feel like she should be a good shot.
I feel like she would destroy Noctis. I feel like she would do that Black Widow kick that Black Widow does in one of the first Avengers movies and just take Noctis down. But yeah, Cindy is Sid's granddaughter. And you might be asking, oh, well, where is Cindy's parents? They're dead. And there's some dialogue we will see here shortly that will explain that. But you miss it very easily if you're not paying attention. And all of this information I learned from the Wikipedia and reading some other sources. Cursing Vermin, she does remind you of that one barmaid from Jack Daxter. I can see that. I don't know what that barmaid's name is, but they're both definitely pinup girls. And that's kind of what Cindy is modeled to be, is sort of like a mechanic pinup girl. And I love her design. She is not best girl. Ignis is best girl. But she's definitely high tier.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to top Ignis as best girl, and because he's too good. He's too good. Like, he's so good that the narrative had to nerf him.
Hi, Toby. I see you in chat. Thank you for letting me know that. I do see that you have sent an email. Thank you. Right, so moving on. I think I'm supposed to talk to Cindy again.
He'll take his time, but he'll get her done.
Are you gonna add the subtitles? Yes or no?
Oh yes, I should. Options. Is it? Here we go. Subtitles. On, and we'll do names on. So if I talk to Cindy.
Russian Pawpaw won't do you no good.
Yeah. There we go.
What do you reckon, Chocobo's
Cursing Vermin would like to
Yeah, I guess.
argue that Ignis is best girl only until you start renting the chocobos.
Yeah. So this is the dossier for the area. There's areas with, each area has sort of a little thing you can find that gives you some description. Hammerheads is a pit stop situated in the easternmost reaches of the Lucian continent. Owned and operated by Crown City-born mechanic Sid Sofair and his grease monkey granddaughter Sydney Aram. Unlike most service stations that cater only to customers of the automotive variety, Hammerhead offers food and trinkets for their drivers as well, coupled with Sid and Sydney's frank but friendly conversation style. This outpost serves as an oasis that soothes the souls of roadsters wary of the lead-in plains. First-time visitors beware. If you wish to remain on Sid's good side, refrain from asking about the origin of the garage's name. New regional information has been added to the archives. Review what you discover about EOS from the dialogue menu. So you can, once you find these, you can go back and read them. You don't have to go to the source each time. But yeah, so we never really get an explanation as to the story of why it's called Hammerhead. Oh my gosh,
this is the first time I noticed the hammerhead. The roof is a hammerhead!
Yeah! And it's got little teeth. Roar. Yeah, and then there's the sign, the windmill over here. The windmill over here is also a hammerhead.
Gosh.
And then the sign for Hammerhead.
That is so
here.
cute. Yeah, I am terrible at noticing my environment.
That's fine. We're here to stare at the environment. It is also a hammerhead. And then the symbol of hammerhead, the sort of like, if you look at it, it looks like a hammerhead coming from the front. That's sort of the idea. We actually don't have any specifics on why Sid does not want to tell anyone why it is called Hammerhead Garage. But it is some fun speculation.
It's a reference to Regis.
Yeah, it's some fun speculation. They also have little wind socks here, so you can tell what direction the wind is coming from and stuff like that. Great. I believe Ignis is going to tell us we're poor. No?
Like, remember, there's going to be a scene later where we learn the reason why it's called Hammerhead. Well,
no, I don't know if there is a scene. It just says, don't ask Sid why.
No, there's a scene much later where it's explained that Sid gives you a hammer and says that he gave it to Regis because Regis was a hammerhead because he was so stubborn.
Okay, I don't have any memory of that, but I'm not gonna... Okay,
well,
one thing I want to point out is I was playing this game last night. I want you guys to look at how clean this station is.
Oh yeah, it's very clean.
Like there's some tires and some cables lying around, right? That will become relevant later because I was traveling in this game yesterday, and oh my god, the next station you visit is just disgusting.
I got a feeling our money's no good here, Noct. Betcha Ignis came prepared, though. Let's ask him.
Enough for room and board.
Okay, so what they're mentioning here is, if earlier Prompta says, "What's a gil?" Gil is a common currency used in most Final Fantasy and Squeenix games.
You see this, Noct? What about it?
He's showing me things. The Crown City Insomnia doesn't use gil as currency. It uses yen. So the isolation, the stark difference between Insomnia and the rest of the country that Insomnia runs is displayed in subtle things. Prompta wants me to look at this thing.
He's very excited.
Any noteworthy news?
Yeah. Now I think I have to talk to Ignis, and he's gonna tell me we're broke.
A moment, Noct. We've expended the last of our
Clearly,
funds
they
on the
didn't go to
repairs.
an exchange rate
I suggest
place.
we confer with Cindy.
Broken down and flat broke.
Adding insult
Oh, wait,
to
they did.
injury.
Old man's in for both after charging us that much.
Yeah, let's pay him a visit.
Prompto's checking his phone. I love how the characters will do things in the background. Like, if you stand around, they'll just start, they'll start talking to each other. Look at this. Prompto's talking to, I think? No, he's just hot. Fair enough.
Yeah, like, earlier we saw Gladio go off to flirt with Sonia.
Let's see what they've got for sale.
We've already brought everything we need.
They've got everything here.
Yep. So, some interesting things to note on this shelf is that there appears to be some sort of potion on the shelf, which is a little bit of a contradiction because whenever you buy potions, their item description says they are a drink that Noctis then turns into a potion. So there's a little bit of not Prompto is talking to me and I'm ignoring him. There's a contradiction in that part of the game says Noctis just makes them potions, but then you can also buy them. So, and then
Take
I
a look
believe
at this.
What about it?
So the characters will show you things every now and then, and they just want to let you know that you can look at things. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a contradiction in there, but that means that there's two sides you can use for your world building. One that only Noctis and the group have access to potions because of his magical powers. And the other one is that potions are readily available and can be bought by just about anyone in Lucis. And I find that sort of stuff fascinating. Because look here, those are Phoenix Downs. And then these are different types of potions on the shelf. Right? So... And then you have, of course, ebony cans.
You see this,
here.
Noct? What about it?
That makes Ignis very happy.
Yeah. This is a ebony. These black cans here are a canned coffee that Ignis is obsessed with. The guy needs sleep. What did it say? Life-threatening, heavy-duty rescue.
Got everything here.
Yeah. So it's really interesting to see that whoever stocked the store with prop items actually organized them. Everything on that shelf over there seems to be like car items. And then you've got canned goods here. And then some like orange juice down there by the looks of it. There looks to be like some sort of motor oil in the white container. But then you have like ketchup and mustard and some canned beans and stuff here. And then you have like pots and pans and equipment over here and stuff. I find it very interesting.
That ketchup and mustard would be sold at Taka's place.
Well, Taka's is a restaurant, not a grocery store. Yeah. And then almost all the items in the back are in sort of like boxes. So perhaps there's smaller items that are more specific and harder just to leave out.
Oh gosh, that TV is so old.
Oh my god, look at him! He's just a little guy! And then he's got flowers!
Yeah, and like this just emphasizes the disparity in wealth and technology.
Yeah, and you've got like fridges and stuff
between
where you can
Insomnia and the rest of the world.
Sorry,
Maybe not
Poncho.
Niflheim.
Okay. Well, actually, one thing that is very interesting is that in Prompto's DLC, all your camps, your havens, are all ebony vending machines. So that means that ebony is a universal product bought and sold even across the war lines.
She ain't gonna be ready for a while. Y'all need something?
I'm going to ask my friends.
We're strapped for cash. Any way we could earn a little?
Oh, now I get it. This must be what Pawpaw meant when he said he was gonna teach them boys a lesson. Told me he ought to have y'all take care of some ornery varmints that have been causing a ruckus around here. I'd be happy to pay y'all for your services if you're up to the challenge. How about it?
Old man's got his eye on you, Noct. Show him what you got.
So, depending on...
But don't go running around after dark. The demons are liable to rip y'all to shreds. Here, this ought to be enough for a place to stay. Just between us, though. Don't tell Pawpaw.
Yeah. Thank you, Sydney.